Hello everyone, welcome back to another top 10 list. Today I'm continuing my series of top 10 lists of my favorite action movies from each decade, starting with the 1980s and working up through the 2000s. Of course, I won't be able to do the 2010s until after 2019. I will, however, go back and do my top 10 favorite from the 1970s. I think there's plenty of movies in there that I've seen to do a top 10 list. I'm not positive, but we'll see if I have enough. Hopefully I can at least squeeze out 10. That'll be just fine. But here is my top 10 favorite action movies of the 2000s. Number 10 is Iron Man. I love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. This role helped solidify his bounce back into the limelight and in the Hollywood. And not saying that he didn't do movies before that were good, but he had some troubled years there for a while. But he has bounced back in a huge way, not only with the Iron Man franchise, but the Sherlock Holmes movies. I really hope they do a third one in that series. I love the first two. Of course, the Avengers, and one of my favorite movies that he did is The Judge with Robert Duvall. That's an excellent movie. Check that one out. I believe it was 2014. But yeah, Iron Man, freaking fantastic. I love Iron Man. Number 9 is Dark Knight. This movie is the epitome of what action movies should be. And even though it's not my favorite of all time, definitely in my top 10, not in my top 5, but this is a great Batman movie. It's not my favorite, but yeah, this is a great movie. Heath Ledger, who sadly passed away before he got his Oscar, but he is fantastic in this movie as the Joker. And even though Christian Bale is a decent Batman, he's not my favorite by far. But Heath Ledger as the Joker did an excellent job. And people are probably going to hate on me for this, but he's not my favorite Joker either. And everybody's going to probably think, oh, he's just old school, he's stuck in the past. That's not the case. I have nothing against the newer versions. I just happen to like the other two versions better. That'd be Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. But yeah, The Dark Knight is a great movie, action-packed, and yeah, definitely deserve to be on this list. Number 8 is Avatar. If you don't like Avatar, then what the hell are you thinking? It's one of those movies that was a huge breakthrough between reality and fantasy. And I love the fact that you could become an avatar in this other world. And it's just so much fun, so beautiful. The cinematography is gorgeous. The direction, the characters. Sigourney Weaver is fantastic in this movie. I love all the characters, and we're finally getting some sequels. They're making 2 that I know of. I believe it's going to be in 2020 and 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But I cannot wait for those sequels. A long time coming to have sequels. But it's a great movie. There's some people out there that think it's overrated. They don't like it. And I don't get that criticism, and I don't understand why they don't like it. But we all have our own opinions. I just happen to be one of the millions and millions of people that loved it. Number 7 is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This is my favorite in the prequel franchise, of course. And it is in my top 5 for the Star Wars franchise. This one here is so dark. We finally get to see the transition of Anakin into Darth Vader and how he turned to the dark side, and I love it. The first half of this movie, he's still the same old Anakin, but as his anger gets more and more to him, he starts to resent everything and everybody, even his love, Padme. And the fight scene between he and Obi-Wan Kenobi is so epic, badass, and yeah, it's just a phenomenal movie. I love the transition that we got, and even though some of the characters get criticism for their acting and everything, I don't understand that. Again, I love Ewan McGregor, Samuel L. Jackson, Frank Oz as the voice of Yoda, Natalie Portman. I love Natalie Portman. I'll understand. I like the prequel trilogy. The first movie is by far the weakest in all the Star Wars movies, but I still enjoy it because I love Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor, and of course I love Natalie Portman. I do agree I don't like the younger kid, but that's for another time. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith, number 7. Number 6 is a tie between two movies, which it's the same movie, but there's part 1 and part 2, and that is Kill Bill, parts 1 and 2. Uma Thurman in this movie is fantastic. Quentin Tarantino, this is one of my favorite movies with Quentin Tarantino directing, and it's phenomenal action. The villains in this movie, the church scene in the first movie, just fantastic. I can't say enough about the performance of Uma Thurman and the rest of the people in both these movies. Definitely some of QT's best work, in my opinion. So number 6 is a tie. Kill Bill, Diamonds 1 and 2. Number 5 is Taken. I don't know who you are or what you want. I can tell you, I don't have no money. But what I do have is a particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you. I love this movie. Liam Neeson, CIA agent who retired mostly, but when his daughter and friend go off for a vacation alone to a foreign country, they are taken by sex traffickers, and he has 36 hours typically to find her before she's gone forever. The sex trade business in the world is scary, and it is a reality, and unfortunately it happens, and it happens right in your own backyard. A lot of girls that go missing, even guys or boys go missing, they are sold into sex slavery, and it's just awful. And I love this movie for the fact that Liam Neeson takes it out on those guys, and I freaking love it. I love this trilogy. Not a lot of people are fans of the other 2 movies, but I don't care. I love them. If you don't like them, that's on you. That's your opinion. But I love all 3 movies. The first one by far is the best, of course. But Liam Neeson, another great action star. And yeah, fantastic movie. Definitely worth a top 5 spot in my opinion. Number 4 is 2002's Spider-Man. Yes. Now, most people probably would have went with Spider-Man 2 because they think that's the god of all Spider-Man movies and the best. And I love the original. I love the origin story. Kirsten Dunst and James Franco are fantastic. I love the villain. It's just freaking awesome. Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man, hands down. Tom is becoming to grow on me as I see more and more of his movies, starting with Civil War, and then he had Homecoming, and now he's in the Avengers, and he's going to be doing another Spider-Man movie. I can't wait. He is my second favorite Batman, Tom is. And Andrew Garfield, I loved him as Spider-Man. Even though we only got 2 in that franchise, which I was disappointed with, I love both those movies too. I love the Spider-Man universe. But Tobey Maguire is my favorite. I actually love the third movie, which that's either a love or hate with fans, which I still don't understand. A lot of people didn't like the character who played Venom and this, that, and the other. And I loved part 3. But part 2, or the first movie, hands down, is freaking awesome. And Tobey Maguire, phenomenal as Spider-Man. Number 3 is The Bourne Ultimatum. I recently watched these first 3 movies of the Bourne trilogy earlier this year, and I love them. I haven't seen the other movies yet, but I love the trilogy. Matt Damon as Jason Bourne is phenomenal, and I love this trilogy. I love the franchise. I can't wait to see the other movies. But Ultimatum, by far, is the best in my opinion. But like I said, I love all 3 movies. So, Bourne Ultimatum, number 3. Number 2 is a movie I just recently watched 2 months ago. A Jet Li movie you may know of as from 2000. It is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Now, when I was younger, I didn't really pay attention to these movies, and I can give 2 craps about it. But now that I'm older, I have a better appreciation for every genre and a lot of different movies. And when I watched this movie, I was blown away just by the cinematography alone. The one gripe I did have about this movie is the fight scenes were drawn out, and the excessive use of slow motion caption did get on my nerves, but the fights were great in themselves. I love the story, the flashbacks, 2 different sides of the stories, but the cinematography, there's a fight in the woods where the leaves are orange to begin with, and then they turn red, but it's so beautiful. This is a beautifully shot movie. Jet Li is freaking phenomenal. This is, I think, the 7th movie I've seen of his. Most include the Expendables movies and whatnot, Lethal Weapon 4. But this was a phenomenal movie. It's so beautiful. The direction, everything is fantastic in this movie. I only had that one gripe, which I mentioned. But other than that, it's a great movie. Definitely check out Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon if you have not seen it. And coming to number 1, this is going to be really controversial with some people, but I really don't care. And that is 2007's Transformers. I am a huge fan of the Transformers, the original G1 Transformers. I haven't seen any other versions that have come out since then, but I grew up with this cartoon, and I love what they did with the movies. Bumblebee, I really wish they would have stuck with what he was in the cartoon, but I still love this movie. I love the franchise. I love all 5 movies. I can't wait for the Bumblebee movie. That is the prequel to the 2007 movie. As far as the 6th film for the continuation of the story, moving forward, I don't know what they're going to do. I think they may just stick with this being the 6th movie and just ending them, or maybe rebooting them. I don't know. But I love the original Transformers movie. I love all of them in the franchise. If you're a fan of the original cartoon, then you understand what they're doing. A lot of people's gripes about this movies are the human involvement. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the human involvement with the Transformers was in the first episode of the Transformers, and it continued throughout the series. And these were only a half-hour cartoons. So when you're doing a full-length feature film, you're going to have human involvement throughout the movie. That's just the way it is. And, I don't understand the people's gripe about that, but they don't like Michael Bay for some reason. And I don't understand it. I think he's a great director. I think he's underrated in my opinion. And I love these movies, and Transformers is my number one favorite action movie of the 2000s. So in the comment section below, let me know what you thought about my top 10 list, and give me your top 10 favorite action movies of the 2000s. We're all going to have different opinions. I'm sure I'll probably get a lot of hate once you watch this video, but I don't care. This is my list, and I love those movies. I stand by all 10 of those movies in the order that I put them in. So other than that, I thank you guys for watching this top 10 list. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and let's talk about movies. Come on, bring it. Let's see what you got. Other than that, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Check you later.